Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best.
To me, it was a good life. It was a family thing. This is what you're going to do in order to better yourself.
We just had a joyous time here at Shiloh.
I really think we had some of the best teachers that came through this school. My parents felt that education was very, very important. My mother and father only were able to attend school up until 6th or 7th grade. I knew I was going to college.
This community was basically black landowners. If it had not been for our strong PTA, the parents basically, we would not have been exposed to some of the things that we was fortunately to be exposed to because we didn't get it from the state.
Think that any human being could do this to another human being, even though in the Jim Crow era, which is when most of this took place, they didn't even consider black people as being human beings.
The only thing as a child we heard was that there were some people in the community who had bad blood. Had no clue of what that meant until Mr. Charlie Pollard took action, seeking information and finding out what was going on.
The United States government did something that was wrong, deeply, profoundly, morally wrong. And I am sorry.
This place truly represents the best of mankind and the worst of mankind. You had young freed slaves with no formal education, but you have a person like Booker T. Washington and Julius Rosenwald partnering to provide educational opportunities for African Americans in the rural South. And as a result, people like me were beneficiaries of an education second to none. We had pot-belly stoves, we had outhouses. We didn't have the material things, but we had a building that was built by African Americans who were the best of the best carpenters. Bricks in this building built by Tuskegee masonry professionals, the best of the best in the world.
We took a sheet of paper and we fold it, and we fold it, and we fold it, and we fold it, and we open it, and we open it.
I think the passion that when people spoke, I think that's what's gonna stick with me most.
It also shows that there were a lot of behind the scenes players. So there were the people like Martin Luther King who were up in the front line, but they had to have these little churches, these little schools, these little communities behind them. And when you see a community so strong, it's what enables the movement as a whole to have been so strong.
We were constantly told, in spite of segregation, Jim Crow, and all of the evil acts by certain individuals, education is the one thing that nobody can ever take away from you.
It really tells the story to walk on these floors, to look out the windows, to touch those walls. It is a story that goes across the world. A story of achievement, of pride, and particularly dignity. This is something we need to always remember. Treat each of us as citizens with dignity.